streaming. There we go. All right. We're live on YouTube now, it looks like. Let's double check. Share it. Okay, there we go. We're going to go edit video. I'm just setting everything up here. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. Minus 128 today, guys. 271. Today's the 15th. So not a great way to end. Can you guys hear me? Oh, let's try it again. All right, can you guys hear me now? On Instagram. Can you guys hear me? My nose always itches. All right, there's that. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and post it on social media now. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. This is a kind of just a rough week for me, and I'm going to go ahead and recap the week and kind of explain what went on. But let me get everything set up here. YTEN, CHNR, after hours. What's another runner today? OBSV. And then another one would be... what's another one? SENS. All right, SENS. Okay, cool. All right. CHNR still getting all over the scans. All right, posted that there. Should be good to go there. Double check. Posted on live. All right, let me go live on TikTok and we'll be good to go. Cool. All right, we're live on TikTok. What's going on, guys? Yeah, today was a rough day. You know, the week was a rough week. But I want to kind of go over and explain exactly what happened, and then going forward into next week, kind of explain exactly what happened as well. But yeah, so give me a second. Let me get TikTok going here. And then we'll be good to go. CHNR seems to be all over the scanner. Gosh, it's going to make new highs. Wow. I don't know what's going on with that one, guys. I have no clue. I have no idea why CHNR is running. All right, guys, what's going on? Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. Yeah, this week was a rougher week. Last week was my best week in my career. And this week was substantial. Could have been one of my worst weeks of my career. But that's okay, just because, that's how trading goes. And I want to kind of explain, what happened, and kind of go over, exactly what the mistakes were made. And then, that's just, again, that's trading, guys. Trading, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have, days that aren't as good as you wanted them to be. And, that's just the reality. This week was a rough week. Last year, I think we did well over $1 million in profits. But again, I want you guys to know, I started, the entire journey that I'm on has all been with $1,000. But I took my E-Trade account, and I had a $500,000 or $400,000 into it. And funded Trade Zero, and now I obviously have turned it into. It was $1 million, now it's down to about 800,000. But so there's percentages there. I want you guys to think about the percentages more than anything, because I know that these are big numbers, and I know these numbers are probably not relatable to a lot of people. But I want you guys to realize that percentages is what you should be looking at. And always take percentages and put that in your head. The number one thing should be percentage. Not how much P&L, not any of that. It's just percentages, guys. Did you do 20% on the week, 30% on the week, 50% on the week, 100% on the week? You have to do percentages, because it's all relative to the person who's trading, right? I know my numbers are bigger than most people's numbers, but not bigger than everyone's. And you guys all need to make sure you have percentage goals, right? I don't know what the percentages are for my challenge. They're absolutely insane. But, that's the way it goes. Now, it was a very poor week, though, for me. And I want to kind of go ahead and go over that now. Here's what happened this week. I fell in love with the setup, LMFA. And LMFA was basically an SPAC name. I've been seeing all of these SPAC names go crazy, right? And so let's pull that up. CHNR, guys. It's going to make new highs, most likely. Let's go here. Let's go here. So I really thought, this is a textbook setup of mine. It's a former parabolic runner. And obviously the SPAC news, had a huge amount of traction. Both of these days traded massive volume. And I thought finally we had started to see, on the daily, these are one of the setups that I look for. It's a massive parabolic, middle of the candle breakout to new highs. And we just didn't get it. I started longing this day, and we never got the breakout. And so I never ended up, executing the trade like I wanted to. I was looking for this thing to at least get above $3. And if that was the case, this week probably would have looked a lot differently. But I wasted a lot of my time in this stock multiple days in a row, basically just waiting for the breakout. And I never got it. Now, I don't really regret this trade. I don't really regret trying to make the trade. I don't really regret taking the trades every day and sizing up. But at the end of the day, here comes Kitty. At the end of the day, guys, it cost me. And the opportunity cost for me, maybe not for you or for everyone else, but for me in this setup was worth it. Now, I wished it would have broken out either this day or this day. That way I could have made potential profits and then moved on. But I was sizing up big on this position thinking that, I get the breakout. Now, we never got the breakout. And that's okay. That's just trading, okay? And today I thought, finally I can kind of branch away from LMFA and start to get back to the old way that I trade. But in the back of my head, I'm trying to make up for all those losses on certain stocks. So what do? Basically, I just lose pretty solidly on BNGO today. CHNR, I don't think is new highs. Let's see. Yeah, CHNR new highs, 296. I have no idea what's going on with CHNR. But I started to long it, you know, kind of in here and in here, trying to get this breakout in this pennant formation. Now, we started to break out of the pennant formation, and now we're breaking, you know, obviously we're still holding. You know, seeing this break up here on that amount of volume was insane. That, to me, was a very bullish sign. Now, usually, you know, I've seen these charts in the past where, you know, you get kind of a run-up, a consolidation, and this is what I was looking for on LMFA, and then a breakout, right? And, you know, realistically, it took a lot, like, longer. You know, and LMFA still might do it, I don't know, but it's kind of the same situation where it has the first run-up, then the consolidation, and then the breakout. And, yeah, my share sizes are too big, and that's another thing, is my share size is definitely too big because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that like LMFA, that's what got me in, and I was in big, but I thought, you know, it was going to be a solid breakout and a very, very big type move. So of course, when I had high conviction, high confidence, so of course I'm going to size up. But at the end of the day, you know, when I sized up, it cost me. It was opportunity cost. Now, you guys can see here, you know, right in here, this is the same type setup right here. You know, you have that first big run up and then that breakout, right? And this is kind of the situation I was looking for on, you know, this stock was kind of the same situation I was looking for on the setup today. So I kept comparing it to GNUS. I was looking for BNGO to kind of have this like a day 3 runner. You know, there's no way I could build any type of short bias at all. No way. There's just no way. I couldn't get any kind of short bias. I don't know why. I just couldn't, just because I've seen these things and they can ramp day 3. Now, day 3, I might build a short bias, and especially day 4. But as you can see here, we have a day 1 breakout and a day 2 breakout. Day 3, you know, there's still breakouts that can happen on day 3, and I can't build, especially with that amount of volume, I can't build any short bias, right? I'm still long bias, just based upon, you know, the trading that I've done over the years. Those type setups don't generally, they can really start to break out and squeeze the shorts out massively. But yeah, so I ended up getting long BNGO today, and I ended up stopping out right in here because it's a descending triangle and the volume was fading, and every time it came up, it just sold off. It came up, it sold off, came up, sold off, right? And then we finally broke down. Now, came back, you know, and it doesn't surprise me. I still think, you know, we might get a day 4 runner. Or a day 3 runner. You know, I'm not 100% confident, but I mean, this, I can't short this just because I know how much volatility, I know how much volume, and I know how many shorts are piling in this one most likely, and I don't want to get squeezed out of it. So I started to long it, and I paid the price. And I was down like 30,000 at the time just from a couple of miscellaneous trades on the day. Solo, I took a nice little winner on BNGO. SNDL, I took a loss on SNDL. Clove making a move. I don't know what the news is. SNDL, this one had a mixed shelf. SNDL, let's see here. So I was longing it in here, and I thought we're finally going to get the breakout today. You know, I was like, finally, you know, I've been waiting on SNDL for a while. I just wanted to. I didn't chase it. I ended up with like a 74-cent average, so I wasn't too disappointed with myself. But then, you know, once we got the 74-cent average, it just kept going down, and this kind of just looked terrible. So I stopped out somewhere. I think I can hear on that one, and I lost $34,000 on that, and that's kind of how. And then I tried to make it all back. On BNGO because I felt like this had the most potential, and it just didn't end up panning out. You know, if it would have gone to $10 today, I would have ended off the week. You know, and my goal was about break through the high, squeeze the short out, maybe run after hours. And my goal was like anywhere over 950s, 970s, maybe even over 10. And that's where I would have taken profit, and you know, I would have ended off the week decently. But you know, at the end of the day, guys, you know, not every trade is going to be perfect. And now that my biggest mistakes this week were going all in or trying to size way up on one position and then just trying to nail the trade. Last week I had my best week ever, and all I was doing was taking momentum breakouts and just taking bits and pieces from different stocks throughout the day, taking those setups and taking a decent profit from them, and having them add up. It wasn't like I was just taking one big trade. But this week, all I was doing the whole entire week, especially with LMFA, was trying to have that one big trade. And that one big trade just never came. The LMFA never set up and never paid out. I literally was looking for, over $3 on this stock to start scaling out on my position. And we didn't even get close. So I ended up probably losing money on the week on that name overall. And then today, guys, I was forcing it just because of the entire week was frustrating. And what happened, I ended up sizing up way too big in just one stock or one ticker. And I need to get back. Next week, guys, I need to get back to just the basics, just taking base hits, and they'll add up, trust me. I found that out last week, having my best week in my career. And going into, we don't trade on Monday, but going into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to hit base hit after base hit after base hit after base hit. And we're going to be right back where we started. But having my biggest week in my career, it doesn't really surprise me that I had a choppy week. I got a little aggressive and nothing panned out. And, we're still having a great month. And at the end of the day, I'm still trying to work on making sure that next week I get better, and the next week after that I get better. And I really think we can make it an insane month still, and just continue to make this year better and better and better. But next week, the goals are, I need to make sure that I'm taking positions throughout. Is CHNR still going? Oh my gosh, this thing! I have no idea why this is going. It's a China runner. I mean. Now it's up over 100% on good volume after hours. Land, not necessarily the target. It's just having that insane week. It pushed me to try and make it an insane next week. And I kind of pushed too hard this week, I think. Not just letting base hits come to me. Base hits were all I did last week mainly, and I had an insane week. If I even start hitting doubles and triples, I should be even crazier. So, should be even crazier a week. But Greg, you can join us on YouTube. Can the Man is my YouTube. Can the Man is my YouTube. But yeah, guys, I have no idea what's going on with CHNR, but. Yeah, it's unfortunate this week, but I didn't give back not even close to my profits from last week. If you compare it to last week, very, very minimal losses this week. But, at the end of the day, that's trading. You're going to go through ups and you're going to go through downs. So hopefully you guys had a solid week, better than I did. So CHNR, guys. CHNR continues to go. But that's really all I had today, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great week. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get on yesterday. I was busy yesterday, but hopefully you guys traded well. I wish that I could say it was a bright green week and we continue the momentum from last week, but I'm breaking into new comfort zones. I'm breaking into new areas of my trading career, and it's just going to take a little bit to make sure I nail my strategies and my plans down. But it takes a little bit, but overall, next week I'm going to make sure I stick to my plan, my process, my strategy, continue to hit base hits, and I won't have to worry about this kind of just unfortunate trading that happened. I don't really regret trading LMFA. It's not that. I kind of regret how I traded today. Getting a little bit too aggressive, trying to hit home runs and and the biggest, like I said, the biggest thing is, that was a good short. You're right. That was a very good short. I didn't even see that one in today. But the biggest thing overall, looking back on this week, is, next week I need to be keeping my eyes open for multiple stocks. Always have open buying power. Don't have your whole entire account, locked up in different stocks. Make sure to always have buying power throughout the day, just in case there's just random PRs that come out. Make sure I trade smart, and make sure I'm looking for base hits and not trying to hit home runs unless it's an A++. And even then, make sure just not to go all in, because there's always opportunities. You have to always be there to take advantage. And if your buying power is locked up, then that could really mess you up. So that's my biggest lessons from this week. I always learn to get better, and I'm always learning to, continue to build my process, my plan, my strategy. And this past week was unfortunate. But that's trading, like I always say. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate that. Yeah, red day. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. It's a red week. It's a red day. I had down 128,000. And next week I look forward to sticking to my plans, sticking to my process, making sure I hit base hits, making sure I always have open buying power, and that's kind of my lessons going into this week. So I'm always trying to get better, guys, and I do make mistakes. I'm just like you guys. I'm not like some robot. I make mistakes. It's a bad week, but after last week, it can be understandable getting into new comfort zones and things like that. So hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, guys. You guys need to be studying, as I always say. If you're new, study. If you're intermediate trader, study. And if you're a veteran trader, study. There's never enough studying you can do. So make sure to study the website. Make sure to study the chat room. Make sure to study my YouTube channel. Make sure to study all the free content in the channel. Make sure, if you have my course, to study it this weekend. Just always look to study, to build your knowledge, your process, your plan, your strategies, and that's how you're going to become successful as a trader. Okay, guys? No one can do it but you guys, all right? Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon below for making the videos. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.